It's AEW Battle of the Belts time. Battle of the Belts 11, that is. Commentators Iya Riccaboni and Tony Schiavone and Nigel McGuinness on the call this evening, July 27, 2024, from Arlington, Texas. One of the things you'll notice about Battle of the Belts is it really about the belts? Or is it meant to be a little sidestep to a longer journey? We're going to find out. We're going to go over, we had some women's matches in there, 2 out of the 3. And we had a feel-good moment Battle of the Belts in the main event with a AEW star getting his first ever AEW gold. I'm your host, Bryan, the Hype Ballard. Let's get in. And we start off the show. We've got the AEW Women's World Championship on the line. 14-0 record for Timeless Toni Storm. And Taya Valkyrie with a 13-9 record, earning the title shot here as Brandon Martinez is the referee on call for the action. Toni took down Taya with a Lou Thesz press and grounded and pounded her with a left and right fist. Storm smash Taya with a running hip attack outside of the ring. Taya lured Toni into the steel steps and boom! And charged at Toni with the Meteora. Interesting note with these guys fighting at Battle of the Belts 11. What did Taya Valkyrie do to earn the title shot here? And why did she get an opportunity at this show? Storm rallies back in with a hip toss into the ring. Toni spikes Taya with a DDT for a near fall. Taya slid beneath Storm and hit the bottom rope and nailed Toni with a German suplex. Taya connected with a Shania Payne and covered, and Toni was 1-2, and the ropes would put her down with the breaking up the pin. Ultimately, Toni stunned Taya with a Storm Zero, picked up a pinfall victory. Toni Storm getting a little bit of afterwards, a little bit of a lecture to the crowd. First things first, she says, this tramp is still the champ. Mariah May, you were perfect. And you were all my dreams come to life. And sometimes you were even better me than I was. But Mariah, you made one minuscule mistake, because when you had me on my knees crying and screaming and bleeding and screaming your name, you should have cut my bloody head off. Building up, of course, her matchup with Mariah May. We get a little bit of a preview for All In their matchup. We then go as Timeless Toni Storm getting the quick, easy win and then able to promote Mariah May. That's really what this was meant to be. Don't know if Battle of the Belts is that special presentation, but the girls did get through the match and they were able to promote and move ahead. Wouldn't be the last we would see of Taya. Ultimately, we do get a little bit of Kip Sabian backstage being interviewed. Sabian goes into how everyone is aware I lost my father at least 4 months and been on a roller coaster ride. But what's important to me is to be the best wrestler I can be. Nick Wayne, I saw you at Royal Rampage and you had a pretty good showing until you stepped to me and I eliminated me. You know where to find me and I'm better than ever. Little promo, a preview for there, but let's get into the next matchup. Next match, we get the CMLL World Women's Championship. Willow Nightingale, 9-2 record with that one, versus the virtuosa Deonna Purrazzo with a 13-3 record. A little better record. First time she's getting a title shot. So Mike Posey's going to referee this one for us. Willow picked up Deonna with ease and body slammed her. Willow followed up with a running crossbody and near fall. Deonna lured Willow in and attacked Willow's arm. Willow Nightingale is just a beloved character of AEW. She's fun-loving. The crowd likes her. They like to clap along with her. Deonna Purrazzo came into AEW with, some pretty good press. Came in with some pretty good standards. I feel like she kind of got lost in the shuffle. I mean, she racked up a 13-3 record, despite the champion having a 9-2 record. Willow fires back with a powerbomb for a near fall. Willow hits a snap suplex. Willow climbed to the top turnbuckle, but Deonna pulled her down hard. Willow drilled Deonna with a Death Valley driver, but Deonna kicked out at the 1 and a 2. Willow put Deonna on the top turnbuckle and superplexed Deonna. Willow walloped and hits Deonna with a running lariat. Taya Valkyrie, I told you she'd be back, walked down the ramp to the ring. Taya tried to hand Deonna the turnbuckle, not the pad, the actual thing. The pad is hooked to the turnbuckle in the corner. She hands her one that was just must have been hanging around in the back. Extra parts, I suppose. But Thunder Rosa sprints down and grabbed Taya by the waist. Thunder Rosa and Taya brawled around ringside. And as the champion pounced on the Virtuosa, Willow planted Deonna with the Babe within the powerbomb and pinned Deonna Purrazzo. 1 and a 2 and a 3. Fun little mid-card matchup. I actually thought that these two worked very well together. I don't know if they've worked together in the past, but they did a good job here. The match was fun-loving. They had a little bit of extra there, telling a story with Taya. Also telling a story with Thunder Rosa. But we will get this Wednesday on Dynamite. It'll be champ Willow Nightingale facing the former best friend Chris Statlander for the CMLL World Championship in an eliminator match. So kind of previews for Dynamite. This matchup kind of did what I needed on Battle of the Belts. It got the job done. It pushed along storylines that may be going on. Kind of had that Saturday Night Main Event feel to it. I like the purpose and the use. I like the use of Taya in this one. Let's move on. Guys, thank you for hitting like. Thank you for helping me out here. Let's move ahead to our final main event. And the main event we are getting the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team championship on the line. And what that basically is a 6-man trio titles. Undisputed Kingdom, Dustin and Kerry Von Erichs. The Von Erichs. I say Kerry Von Erichs. We'll get that in a moment. But the Undisputed Kingdom comes in with a 2-2 trios record, despite being the champions. Dustin Rhodes, the Natural, and the Von Erichs with a 1-0 trios championship. So they got together once. They had a match. They did well. They get a title shot at Battle of the Belts. Aubrey Edwards is going to be action for the referee. Ring of Honor Board of Directors, Paul White, The Big Show, joining commentary for this matchup. Paul White, that's what we're doing with him now. He is the Ring of Honor Board of Directors member. All right, so he's helping out backstage. He's the Board of Directors member. We see Big Show just to add a little sizzle to this here in the main event, like it's a big deal. Marshall hip tossed Mike Bennett. Taven tagged in Marshall, hip toss to him too. The Von Erichs hit a tandem offense on Taven. Marshall connected with a standing moonsault and a drop kick to Taven. We get Ross rocked Roddy with a sling blade. Dustin is tagged in for the hot tag. Everybody loves him. Drilled Bennett with the lariats. Dustin power slammed Roddy. Dustin drilled Taven with a bulldog. Dustin followed up with a Canadian destroyer on Taven. Dustin nailed Bennett with the crossroads and then pile driver, and Dustin went for the cover, but Roddy and Taven broke up the attempted pinfall. Interesting seeing the Von Erichs, all the Texas boys teaming up here, but the Von Erichs, I have not seen much of these younger guys wrestling, so it was nice to have the exposure at Battle of the Belts 11 to see a little bit of the up-and-comers in Ring of Honor land. Undisputed Kingdom being the champs in this one. I feel like they just had the titles to have the titles. They're the Undisputed Kingdom. They needed something to do. So why not give them the titles and give them something to do here? Ultimately, triple team Dustin Rhodes with flurry with offense. Roddy and Matt grab the title belts. Referee Aubrey Edwards intercepts, but she was distracted by that. Taven smashed the cowbell coming into the play, Texas T style, into Dustin's skull for a near fall. But no, wait, Shibata runs to the ring and applies the Iron Claw, the Von Erich move onto Taven. And then Kevin Von Erich, who is at ringside, the legendary Kevin Von Erich, put Roderick in the Iron Claw himself. Marshall and Ross battered, and Bennett with a knee strike and a discus lariat. Dustin planted Bennett. Boom! To score the pinfall as the Von Erichs stand guard to make sure nobody else comes in. While we get the 1, the 2, and the 3. Your winners in this one, we do get the Von Erichs with Dustin Runnels, the Natural, getting their championship moment. And let's talk about that championship moment. The match results of Battle of the Belts, the main event. While it was for a Ring of Honor championship, that's fine. While it was for champions that necessarily just kind of had the belts for something to do maybe, that's fine too. But what I did like is they made it feel special by announcing that Dustin Rhodes, got his first AEW gold, be it a Ring of Honor title, at Battle of the Belts 11. And that's what I'm talking about. Make it special. Make it a memorable moment. The match wasn't bad. It did its job. It was fun. It was nice to see the Von Erichs getting in there and helping Dustin Rhodes get his first AEW gold. And now they can go to Ring of Honor and defend that. Veteran with the younger guys in a trios tag title tandem. And they can actually go and they can enjoy and learn off of a legend like Dustin Runnels. Well, guys, those are my final results and thoughts. While we didn't have an epic showdown matchup, I would like to someday see a Battle of the Belts feature a world title even. Make it feel extra special on those Saturday nights. But until then, I will take a Dustin Rhodes first time championship AEW winner. And then also, the ladies did an okay job, but I feel like Willow and Virtuosa Perazo did a better job of just gelling together. But overall, you could watch this one. But like most Battle of the Belts, they came, they left, they pushed along a little bit of story. And that's about all we have. Guys, those are my final thoughts. Thank each and every you. I'm going to go ahead and head out right now.